The Madejski Stadium, mə:deɪski, is a football stadium located in Reading, Berkshire, England. It is the home of Reading Football Club playing in the Football League Championship and the Rugby Union Club London Irish as tenants. It also provides the finish for the Reading Half Marathon. The stadium is named after Reading's chairman Sir John Madejski. It is an all-seater bowl stadium with a capacity of 24,161 and is located close to the M4 motorway. It is built on the site of a former household waste dump and is surrounded by methane vents. The West Stand contains the Millennium Madejski Hotel. The stadium was opened on the 22nd of August 1998 and replaced Elm Park as Reading's home ground. History. In 1994, the Taylor Report made all-seater stadiums compulsory in the top two divisions, the Premier League and the First Division. Reading were champions of the Second Division in 1994, and were promoted to the First Division. Reading became subject to the Taylor requirements. Converting Elm Park to an all-seater stadium was not practical, so a location in Smallmead, to the south of the town, was identified as the site for a new stadium, the location of a closed landfill. The site was purchased for £1, on the condition that the team developed the A33 Relief Road. The last competitive match at Elm Park took place on 3 May 1998 against Norwich City, with Reading losing 0-1. Reading began the 1998-99 season at the Madejski Stadium. It was opened on the 22nd of August 1998 when Luton Town were beaten 3-0 with Grant Brebner having the honour of scoring the first ever goal at the stadium. Plans for the stadium had first been unveiled some 3 years previously, when Chairman John Madejski had decided that Elm Park was unsuitable for redevelopment as an all-seater stadium and that relocation to a new site was necessary. Following the death of academy manager Eamon Dolan in 2016, Reading announced that the North Stand would now be renamed the Eamon Dolan Stand. Structure and facilities. The stadium cost more than £50 million to build, and the pitch incorporates a system of synthetic fibres, interwoven with natural grass, installed at a cost of more than £750,000. The Eamon Dolan Stand capacity is said to be 4,946, including 25 spaces for wheelchairs. Although in use for all Reading matches, the stand is normally closed for London Irish and only opened in exceptional circumstances where demand requires. The South Stand has a capacity of 4,350, including 29 wheelchair spaces, and is where visiting supporters sit for Reading games. The initial allocation visiting teams receive is 2,327 and is the half of the stand joining onto the East Stand. Under the terms of the original lease, London Irish only utilised the South Stand for the most popular matches. However, with the original renegotiation and extension of the lease, the South Stand was used for all London Irish matches with an unreserved seating plan. London Irish sold season tickets for South Stand between 2008 and 2014-15. Since 2014, with falling attendance at London Irish, the South Stands remained closed for rugby and only opened if required. The East Stand has a capacity of 7,286, including 18 spaces for wheelchairs. The stand also contains the stadium's video screen, which is located in the corner adjoining the South Stand. The stand was open for all London Irish fixtures only until the end of the 2015-16 season. The West Stand, the stadium's main stand, has a capacity of 7,579, including 15 wheelchair spaces, and contains a lower and an upper tier. The upper level does not overhang the lower tier, and the executive boxes are located between the two tiers. The tunnel and dugouts are located in this stand. From September 2016, the West Stand will be the only stand in regular use for London Irish home games. The outside of the stand contains the Millennium Madejski Hotel. Future. For the first time in its history, Reading Football Club participated in the Premier League in the 2006-07 season. As a result of the sell-out crowds for their first few fixtures of the season, the club announced its intention, in October 2006, to make a planning application to extend the ground to between 37,000 and 38,000 seats. The application was made on 24 January 2007, proposing initially the extension of the East Stand with a further 6,000 seats, raising capacity to around 30,000, and subsequently extension of the North and South Stands to reach the full proposed capacity. On 24 May 2007, it was announced that planning permission had been granted to extend the stadium to a capacity of 36,900. The first phase will expand the East Stand by 6,600 seats. Work was set to start in mid-2008, after the initial plan of extending in 2007 was scrapped due to spectator seats being affected during the work, already being sold to season ticket holders. Reading's relegation from the Premier League in 2008 meant that all expansion plans were put on hold, but were revived when promotion was again achieved in 2012. Plans to expand the ground were again put on hold after Reading were relegated back to the Football League Championship at the end of the 2012-13 season after a goalless draw at home to QPR on 28 April 2013. International football. The stadium has hosted 5 England under-21 internationals. These were as follows. An England B match was also held at the stadium. Other international matches. Rugby union. Although a designated football stadium, Madejski has been used regularly since opening for rugby union. Richmond were the first rugby team to become tenants of the Madejski, using the stadium from its opening season in 1998 after outgrowing their original home of Richmond Athletic Ground. This tenancy lasted only one season as Richmond went into administration and were nominally merged into London Irish. London Irish moved into the Madejski in 2000 after a year of ground sharing at the Stroop Memorial Ground in Twickenham. On the 11th of January 2008, it was announced that London Irish had reached an agreement to continue playing home games at the Madejski Stadium until 2026. Irish have seen their average crowds grow to more than 11,100 since moving to Reading in 2000, holding the record for the biggest rugby union premiership attendance at a club ground, when 23,709 people saw Irish play London Wasps on 16 March 2008. This record stood until 19 September 2009, when Leicester Tigers opened their new stand to increase capacity to 24,000. In addition to London Irish home matches, the stadium has also hosted several knockout phases of European Cup rugby where a neutral ground was required or where teams were required to play at a larger capacity ground. Other uses. The Madejski was selected as the venue for a charity-friendly football match on May 3, 2006 featuring celebrities and football legends from England and Germany. The match, named England vs Germany, the Legends, was held to raise money for the Bobby Moore Fund and the British Red Cross and to celebrate the 40th anniversary of England winning the 1966 World Cup. The German team won the match 4-2 in an exact reversal of the score from 1966. The stadium is also the final venue for the Reading Senior Cup. Runners finishing the Reading Half Marathon cross the finish line inside the stadium. The stadium is also used as a hub for pre- and post-event services, e.g., public transport terminus and bag drop during the day of the event. A match from the 2000 Rugby League World Cup was also held here. Records. The highest attendance at the stadium was 24,184, apparently exceeding the stadium's stated capacity. On 17 November 2012 for the Premier League game, with Everton beating the previous record of 24,160. Set on 16 September 2012 for the Premier League game with Tottenham Hotspur. The highest attendance for a cup match at the stadium was 24,107 on 3 December 2003 for the Football League Cup match with Chelsea. Highest attendances. Transport. On Reading match days, the stadium is served by a network of special bus services provided by Reading buses and Stagecoach buses. Two of these, Reading buses F1 and F2, provide regular shuttle services from Reading railway station and from a park and ride site at Shinfield Park respectively. 14 further Reading bus services provide links from various Reading suburbs and nearby towns and villages, including Newbury and Henley-on-Thames. Stagecoach services provide links from Basingstoke, Farnborough, Wokingham and Bracknell. On London Irish match days, Reading buses provide a special shuttle service, R1, from Reading railway station. When no matches are taking place, the stadium can be reached from Reading town centre using Reading buses' Greenwave services. The proposed Green Park railway station, which would serve both the stadium and the adjacent Green Park Business Park, was put on hold on 27 October 2011. In April 2015, the plans were reapproved, with construction expected to start in October 2016 and a planned opening date in 2017. The new station will be just under a 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers, walk from the stadium. Notes. Bibliography. Stadium information from Reading FC official website.